The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us with the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County. We begin with our weekly Honor Roll of High School Teams, which is brought to you by Cellino & Barnes. The Honor Roll of High School Teams is brought to you by Cellino & Barnes.
Cellino & Barnes, injury attorneys, call 888-8888.
Don't wait. Call or text 8.
Here's our Honor Roll of High School Teams at number 3. James Monroe High School, the boys basketball team. The Red Jackets won the Eastridge tournament behind the efforts of Rashawn Boswell. Scored 31 points in each of his team's wins over the hosts and UPrep in the final. At number 2, the girls basketball team at Brighton, which is off to a nice 3-0 start. The Barons got 21 points from Megan Flanagan against Greece Arcadia and 29 from Flanagan in a win over Edison. And at number 1, the boys bowlers at Rush Henrietta. They set a league record with a 5-player single-game total of 1,298 pins. It's an average of 259 per bowler. Hunter Barber rolled a 300 game. He was backed up by Josh Dingman, Derek Mosier, Mike Parmenter, and Aaron Dion. Which brings us to our Cariglio's Pizza Team of the Week. The Cariglio's Pizza Team of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Cariglio's Pizza. With 5 convenient locations throughout Rochester, Cariglio's Pizza is a proud supporter of high school athletics. We'll stay with the bowlers and the Greece Athena girls team, specifically seniors Mallory Green and Nicole Very, in pursuit of perfection. They are the first and fourth best bowlers in the Monroe County League. Seniors leading the way for the defending girls Section 5 champion Greece Athena Trojans. The team has won 16 out of a possible 16 points. Athena has the highest team average, team game, high series, and scratch pin total in the league. And it's not particularly close. They are pretty good.
The tradition behind the bowling program and the excellence that we have coming off with our girls team, Bill, being returning Section 5 champions and going years back with titles that we've had on both the girls and boys side. Really a lot of excellence within this program.
Nicole Very carries a 231 average, best in the league. Teammate Mallory Green isn't too far behind. The average is 215. Bowling in the third game of the opening week's matches, the girls did something special. Each took a run at their first 300 game. When was the oh my God moment? Like these, look what they're doing.
I think when they both got that 4th consecutive strike and we just knew and they were on and you could just see the chemistry between the two girls who have such a history together as, senior bowlers, veteran varsity, athletes. We just knew it was something special, and I really thought that they could have had those perfect games.
When we got front 5, I felt it, and I was like, who's going to be the one to screw up first? Because I thought we were both going to go out clean, so yeah, about front 5.
Were you talking to each other at that point?
I think we were just in our own zones trying to stay calm, because once you get front 6, you kind of start getting shaky, because 300 is the goal for every bowler.
By the 7th frame, the nerves were up, and as you see, the 8th frame definitely built up since I opened. So, you got to keep a steady head, and I obviously didn't have that at that moment. I let it get to me.
I was okay when I had 7 strikes in a row, but then Julie, our assistant coach, she told me to calm down, but I was I was calm, and then I started getting shaky, and I yanked the ball in the 8th frame, and I knew that it was not going to strike.
You had your hands full, obviously, with your own game, but were you paying attention to what Mallory was doing also?
Yeah, it kind of I was like, oh no, we both got 7, and then she got the 9, and I was like, oh whoa. And I'm like, am I going to have 9 or am I going to strike? And I ended up copying her.
With the exact same pin.
Oh yeah, it was weird. Like we both went front 7 and then both left a 4 pin. I was like, what? It's kind of funny.
Both Nicole and Mallory had amazingly thrown 7 straight strikes, lost their perfect games in the 8th, leaving the identical 4 pin, each picking it up for the spare, and both finished with absolutely identical 278 games.
There's so many pins you could have left in that frame, and the fact that we left like the 4 pin, the same pin, was just really weird to me. Like we threw like the same exact shot, it came up high, and it was just really weird to me. I never seen anything like that.
Armed with the experience of having come so close, the girls will continue their pursuit of perfection. You're gonna get that 300 someday?
I would hope so. This is like my 4th 279, so I'm getting close, real close.
Kim Burnson has our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee, but up next, you can't teach speed. Don't tell that to the Parisi Speed School, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat, and I'm Bill Pucko. Our honor roll of high school athletes is brought to you by the Injury-Free Coalition for Kids. Driving's a lot like the game of baseball. It's the one who gets home safely that counts. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Allstate Foundation and Injury-Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program. Here is our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3, McQuaid's Danny Glavin. One of our top cross-country runners made his case to be the best with a 41st place finish at the Nike Nationals in Portland, Oregon. That's out of 199 of the best in the country, and Glavin was our only representative at that meet. At number 2, it is the season of Diakomo Hollis. Yanni, who hasn't lost a match in 2 years, pinned Victor's Jack Kumps in 18 seconds. And there is another one. Greg Diakomo Hollis scored a first-round pin. It took Greg a minute and a half. And at number 1, Anthony Lamb of Greece Athena, the defending Section 5 Basketball Player of the Year, began his senior season with a 43-point effort against Penfield and a 5-point win. Anthony cleared the 1,000 career point mark with almost a full season left to build on that. And now the Parisi Speed School presents our Athlete of the Week. Parisi Speed School has open enrollment year-round. Visit ParisiRochester.com or call 585-381-3278 for more details. Parisi Rochester, trained to win. So just what do these guys actually do? Dave Yates investigates.
Every athlete is looking for an edge, something that will give them any advantage over their opponent. A little stronger, a little more endurance, and maybe even the ultimate game changer, more speed.
We honestly believe that anybody can get faster, and it really comes down to teaching kids or any athlete how to run. They just have to know how to move their bodies, and I don't think a lot of kids do, and it's something that honestly we were never taught as kids, and it's just kind of a new generation thing.
They say that you can't teach speed, but what you can teach is the proper technique and the proper form to make you faster.
And you look at your body as a series of levers and using those levers in a way that's quite frankly just more efficient, which is going to make you faster. And yeah, there's definitely a science behind the strength training and all that as far as like neuromusculature, but a lot of what we do isn't even based around that. It's actually using the mechanics of the body just to be more efficient.
Watching some of the drills they do here, it might be hard to imagine them translating into a smooth, powerful running stride. Everything is done for a reason, and when it all comes together, the results can be impressive.
But at the end of the day, it's foundation, it's fundamentals that we work on, and they all build on top of each other. So yes, like the drills can definitely be very specific and difficult, but they all compound on each other, which I think generally makes them all easier.
And while the methods at Parisi are not sport specific, they certainly can transfer to the playing field, like they have for the Britt sisters from Fairport. Both play field hockey, both started at Parisi last winter, and both saw significant improvement this fall.
I came here because I wanted to build my speed and become stronger because I'm short and I wanted to run faster. And at Parisi, I have noticed a large difference. My timed mile, for example, like a minute and a half better in like 6 months, which is amazing.
Right in your pocket. Good, now let's go to second gear, just a little bit more consistent, no hitch at the top. pushing the elbow back. Don't let the elbow extend. And we're gonna go third gear, go. Good, drive, up to the chin, there you go.
I was never like one of like the fast girls on my team, but after I came to Parisi for like last winter, like fall season this year, I was like the fastest, one of the fastest. I was able to like get to the ball before my opponent and just like sprint with it quicker and like outrun everyone, which obviously would help any sport.
And go. Drive.
For the Vision High School Sports Beat, I'm Dave Yates.
Kim has our Wegmans Making the Grade honoree next. Later, an encore salute to the fall sports season from Jeff Barron and Dunkin' Donuts. When the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishments of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
Our Making the Grade honoree this week is Adriana Calamita, a senior at Churchville Chili High School. As a captain of Churchville's varsity swim team, Adriana knows what it means to work hard and set high standards. She swims the 50 freestyle and has qualified for sectionals consecutive years in a row. Besides her talent in the pool, Adriana has also received Section 5 Sportsmanship Award for her outstanding character and competes in track and field in the spring. Sports aren't the only thing Adriana is passionate about. As a member of Students for the Environment, she competes in a marine science competition called the Oceans Bowl, a program which has inspired her to pursue her education in marine biology. On top of that, Adriana also engages in her school's executive council and foreign language society, all while maintaining an impressive GPA. In her free time, Adriana volunteers regularly in her community with a youth group at the Holy Ghost Church and participates in church choir. Nominated by her coach for this week, Adriana Calamita is Making the Grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. You can send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar.
Our Section 5 calendar is brought to you by Sylvan Learning, delivering results in reading, math, writing, study skills, SAT and ACT prep, and more. 4 area locations. Call 385-9480. Here's what's happening this week in our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar. Let's start on Wednesday with a couple of the best boys basketball games of the week. RH plays at Webster Schrader in a game that starts at 7. How good is Penfield? Well, the Patriots play Fairport at 7:45. Girls basketball, Victor is at Penfield on Thursday, 7:45. Neither of those teams has a loss yet. Hockey on Saturday, Pittsburgh plays at Webster Thomas. The Titans won their first 3 out of the gate. Webster Ice Arena, that's at 6. But unquestionably the big event, the Monroe County Wrestling Championships. Schrader hosts on Friday and Saturday all day. The meet comes early this season, but it is the best action until the state qualifiers. That's our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Here's Dave Yates.
When you've been an official as long as Mark Remillard, you've heard hundreds of national anthems. You've shaken hands with countless team captains.
Football lover, the hot with that 90-degree and hot stuff. This is the way the game is. Just enjoy the night.
And tossed a coin more times than you care to remember.
Tails he calls. It is a tail. White, one to toss, and it's going to receive. Hi guys, come on.
Now, after 33 years, Mark has decided to hang up his whistle, ending the career of one of the most respected referees in our area.
Just enjoyed the experience, and football season goes by awful fast. There's not many games, so you got to enjoy every one.
When the weather turns like it did for his last regular season Friday night game at Hilton, you might think there's not much to enjoy. But for Mark, it's not so much about the conditions as it is about the companionship. What do you think you're going to miss most about it?
Probably the camaraderie. I mean, the games, yes, but, I was just in the locker room now with the 4 guys I'm working with, and that part I'll miss. And, I've met a lot of great people like yourself, other people from the media, coaches, athletic directors, assistant coaches. It's all been great, and I made a lot of good friends as a result of doing football.
There was a brief ceremony before the game to recognize Mark's contributions to high school athletics, not only on the football field but also at the rink as a longtime hockey official. Growing up outside of Messina, it's natural that hockey would become a fixture in his life.
And And, you know, people ask which one did you like best. And, you know, I guess whatever season I was in was the one I liked best. I think the one thing about hockey that was a little more unique because you're doing something that not everybody can do is skate. And so I think we're a tighter group, and, you know, all the high school games are still two-person games, and the college games were three.
You know, he's been a guy that actually has been a mentor to a lot of not only officials but to coaches as well. You know, when we first started out in coaching about 20 years ago, he was the guy that was telling us what to do and how to act and, you know, what's appropriate, what isn't. But just, again, tremendous person, and he's going to be missed mostly because of the way he associates with kids and the way he's always, you know, talking to kids and being a part of that. So
They say that when a ref does his job, you don't notice him. If that's true, then you probably didn't notice Mark a lot. But now that he's retiring, chances are you will notice his absence. For the Vision High School Sports Beat, I'm Dave Yates.
Thank you, Mark. A last look at the fall sports season when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Sign Impressions is more than just signs. It's a total graphics company. Embroidery, screen printing, team apparel, t-shirts, jackets, hats, and of course banners and signs. Visit signimpressions.com. Call us at 723-0420 to order your team or corporate apparel. Welcome back. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. It is time now for our encore presentation of our Salute to the Fall Sports Season, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Introducing Dunkin's new sweet black pepper bacon sandwich with double the slices of caramelized crispy pepper bacon. It is the bacon experience you've been waiting for. Bacon up! America runs on Dunkin'. The NCAA basketball tournament does its one shining moment. Ours is the Salute to the Season, presented by Dunkin' Donuts. Here are the best images of the fall.